Hi and welcome to betthebuilder.com. Today we are going to look at how to bet on first half corners markets. This kind of bet is usually offered by most of the online bookmakers, but it is important to use the ones that offer the Asian Handicap first half corners. For the purpose of this video, we are going to use one of the most popular online bookmakers, which is Bet365. And we have the match between Wolverhampton and Chelsea, and the market that you are looking for, it will be in a corners section, and we are looking for first half Asian Handicap corners. So not first half corners like the one here with 3 options, but the one that is named first half Asian corners with only 2 options. The reason for using first half Asian corners markets is simply because you'll be getting better prices. So these markets offer smaller over rounds. So in other words, bookmakers' margins are a lot smaller on these markets with comparison to the first half markets with the 3 options. The betting on these markets is pretty straightforward. So first of all, let's have a look at the line. The line is 4.5 and we have 2 options, over 4.5 and under 4.5. So if we bet over 4.5 first half corners, we need 5 or more corners at the half time, and so on. There are 3 things that you should consider before you start betting on the first half Asian corners markets. The first one is whether you will be backing over or under first half corners lines. Second one, you'll have to determine whether the current available line is an attractive line and worth getting involved in. And the last thing to consider is the odds. So whether these odds are attractive and worth backing or not. This all comes down to having a strategy or following some plan and finding suitable selections. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways of how to find selections for your systems and strategies. When you go to betthebuilder.com on our website or via the mobile app, you can look up any match and find the first half corner stats. So for this match, for example, Wolverhampton against Chelsea in the Premier League, if we go to the team tab and find first half corner stats. Now we've got 4 different sub tabs for these for this market. The first tab stands for AC, which means all competition matches stats. So I'm looking for last 10 matches for Wolverhampton and Chelsea, and we can see average number of corners, so total averages for both of these teams, averages corners for Wolves and Chelsea, and average corners against Wolves and Chelsea. You can also quickly identify how many times a specific bet would have won in those last 10 matches. So for example, over 4.5 first half corners won 4 out of last 10 matches for Chelsea and won in 6 out of 10 occasions for Wolves matches. We also include these types of outcomes for individual teams. So for example, Chelsea achieved over 1.5 first half corners in 9 out of their last 10 matches. And lastly, we have both teams' first half corners stats. So both teams got 2 or more corners in the first half in 5 out of 10 Wolves matches and in 6 out of 10 Chelsea's matches. And we also calculate these sort of stats for single competition matches. For example, in this case, it's last 10 Premier League matches. To make it easier to spot very good or very bad betting opportunities, we we use the color formatting. All the very strong statistics are being colored with dark green. Good stats are still highlighted by the light green, and then we've got the very bad statistics and poor stats with the different shades of red. You can also quickly check the head-to-head stats for these two teams, and then we have the tips tab, which shows the current first half Asian handicap line, which is 4.5, with the current under and over odds, as well as sample predictions based on our prediction algorithms. Looking at this match, the line of 4.5 and the prediction for over 4.5 corners of 52%, given the available odds of 2.03, you might want to add this selection to your shortlist and look at it a bit closer. So that's how we can analyze pretty much any match for the first half corners betting. So for example, Real Madrid against Athletic Club. Again, we're going to look at the first half corner stats and look for the numbers that are interesting us. All the first half corners tips that you can access on the homepage of the betthebuilder.com are available to browse directly in the tips section. So here in the teams tips you can find teams over first half corners tips, as well as teams under first half corners tips. So you can open both of them, and this is the place where you can find all the best statistical selections and tips. We split the matches into major leagues and competitions and minor leagues and competitions, and we can browse the tips by the over first half corners lines. So for example, over 3.5, over 4.5. So instead of checking first half corner statistics by hand, match by match, you can find these informations in seconds and then double check the stats. Let's quickly look up the stats for Hamburg against Sandhausen. So going back to the homepage, let's start typing Hamburg, and we can quickly check the first half corner stats, which are meant to be pretty decent for both of these teams. So that's how you can verify the statistics from the tips tables. And the same we can look at the under first half corners markets, and for example looking at the minor leagues and competitions, and we cover pretty much all competitions from that you can bet on the first half Asian Handicap Corners markets. And the last resource that I'm going to show you is the stats averages for the first half corners markets. So you can access it from the stats averages menu, and we provide the 3 separate models for these first half corners averages. Now, so we look at the all competitions matches, single competitions, and head to head. Now the average numbers that you see in these tables are actually the ones taken from the Bet the Builder homepage, which are the averages from these 3 models. These stats averages numbers are used by our members to come up with their own systems and strategies. The advantage of using these stat averages are filtering of the tables, for example by date, and you can narrow down your search to a country. Say if you type in England, it will show you all the matches from England for that date. You can also sort the matches by starting time, but more importantly you can sort any of the averages columns for home and away teams just by clicking on the headers of the columns, and you can find all the explanations for the headers by clicking Stats Averages Headers Explained. So you get HL10T stands for home team's last 10 matches, the total average number, and we just sorted by that column, and we found a team with the highest average of first half corners in their last 10 matches in all competition, which is Torquay United. We can do the same for the away team. For example, Sandhausen. And we get the Sandhausen. Again, we have the color formatting for the strongest averages. We're using the darker shades of green for the home team statistics and darker shades of red for the away team statistics. The last couple of things you might want to know about these data is also we include the lines and odds, so you can also sort them and filter matches that interest you. And for example, you might want to find matches that have the first half Asian handicap line between 3.5 and 4.5. And we can also sort by the highest, lowest odds. And there you go. What more, you export that data into Excel spreadsheet, or you can simply print your shortlist or copy it and paste it somewhere to keep it for later. And I'm just going to quickly show you how you can use these tables to find the best selections for your systems or strategies. So for example, I'm only interested in the single competitions model, so matches only in the native leagues, and I'll be looking for matches with Asian handicap line of 4.5, so it's from 4.5 to 4.5, and I want matches only for tomorrow, and I want all the matches where the home team were getting on average over 2.5 first half corners, and also the away teams getting the same number of corners. And now I've got a short list of 5 teams with those criteria, and I can order it by the kickoff time, I can order it by available odds from highest to lowest, as well I can copy or print that list. So I might want to analyze these matches in a bit more detail and use some of them for my betting strategies later on. When betting on the first half corners markets, you pretty much got 2 options, so betting them pre-match or in play. When you're betting before the match starts, you simply place your bets and you check them later. And when you're betting in play, you have to have some sort of plan, following system or strategy, and be consistent with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of in-play systems for for betting first half Asian corners next. The first system that we are going to look at is for over first half corners. So step number 1, you need to make a list of very strong statistical selections for your over first half corners matches. Then you need to monitor those matches and look for the ones that have still got 0 corners after around 20 minutes of play. Once you find such match, you can back current over Asian Handicap's first half corners line, which should be a lot shorter than the initial one. Despite the slow start and no corners, many of those matches will still see a few corners at half time. So that's the reasoning behind this strategy. Next, we're going to look at the under first half corners in play system. So again, you will start with making your short list of the strongest statistical selections for under first half corners markets. Next, we are going to monitor those matches when they go in play, but this time we will be looking for matches that have already 2 or 3 corners after so let's say 10 or 15 minutes of play. Once you find such match, you will be able to back under current first half Asian handicap line, for example 5.5 or 6. In some matches you will be able to see 2 or 3 corners being awarded in very short period of time. And on many occasions the teams won't be able to keep up that high corners rate, making the high under first half corners lines very attractive to back. And to finish off this video, I'm going to show you the final bit of kit, which is the life builder. And this is the tool that might make your life a lot easier when it comes to betting. By saying that, I mean it will save you a lot of time and make your whole betting process a lot more efficient. So for example, if you're looking for your specific criteria for the under or over in play betting selections, as you've seen in those in those two systems before, it is possible to automate the selection process. So for example, instead of you sitting in front of computer and monitoring all the in-play corner statistics and scores, this tool will do it for you. For example, those specific criteria that you're looking for can be set as a separate life builder system. That means that it will monitor all the matches that are being currently played at Bet365, and whenever a match meeting your strict statistical criteria is met, it will display it here, as well as it will send you a Telegram app notification in the matter of seconds, so you can quickly double check the stats and place any potential bets. Now this is a sample example of the free Telegram, of the free alerts that are available at Live Builder. We have in play over 6.5 corners lower league alert, which you can receive notifications for if you wish to. Just go to Live Builder and follow the instructions for free Telegram notifications. So this one is one of the preset free alerts available to everyone, and this alert came in the 44th minute when the score was 0-0 and there were 2 corners at that time. The current Asian handicap line was 7 corners and over was priced at 1.78. Now this match was a strong selection for over 6.5 corners before this match started, and given not a big number of corners at the first half, we were expecting more corners to come in the second half. We can see a lot more information on these alerts, so all the stats from Bet365, and these are the full-time stats, the starting odds for home, draw, away, under, over Asian handicap lines, as well as under, over full-time corners. Our members are using similar alerts for first half corners, so if you're looking to enhance your betting, or check this tool out and get in touch, and we might set you some alerts and Telegram notification for your first half corners, under or over selections. That's it for this video. Well done to you if you made it so far. Thank you for watching, and if you want to be notified about any future videos, please subscribe to this channel, and we will be hoping to bring you some more video guides in the near future. So see you next time.